What would you do if you had nothing? No money, no home, no support, just a dream? For one boy, that dream wasn't just about survival. It was about changing the world. And he did it by creating one of the most iconic brands you know today, Nike. This is the story of how a homeless kid went from selling shoes out of his car to building a billion-dollar empire. And trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Let's rewind to the 1940s. Meet Phil Knight. As a kid, Phil's life was tough. His family was so poor, they were homeless at one point. Imagine that, sleeping in cars, never knowing where your next meal is coming from. But Phil had one thing, a dream. He didn't know what it was yet, but he knew he wasn't going to let his circumstances define him. Then, in high school, he discovered running. It wasn't just a sport for him, it was an escape. And little did he know, this passion would one day change his life forever. Fast forward to college. Phil had a crazy idea. What if he could combine his love for running with business? What if he could create something that would help athletes perform better? After college, he traveled to Japan and stumbled upon a brand called Tiger, a company making affordable, high-quality running shoes. Phil saw an opportunity. He convinced Tiger to let him distribute their shoes in the US with nothing but a handshake and a dream. Phil started his own company, Blue Ribbon Sports. And guess where he operated from? The trunk of his car. That's right. He'd drive to track meets, sell shoes out of his car, and use the money to buy more inventory. Here's the kicker, Phil wasn't just selling shoes. He was selling a dream. A dream that one day, every athlete would have access to better, more affordable shoes. And that dream? It was just getting started. Now, here's where things get wild. Phil met Bill Bowerman, his former track coach. Bill wasn't just a coach, he was a mad scientist when it came to shoes. He was obsessed with creating the perfect running shoe. One day, Bill had a crazy idea. He took his wife's waffle iron, poured rubber into it, and created the iconic waffle sole. Yes, a waffle iron. It was unconventional, but it worked. Think about that for a second. One of the most iconic shoe designs in history was born in a kitchen. That's the power of thinking outside the box. By the early 1970s, they rebranded as Nike, named after the Greek goddess of victory. The swoosh logo? Designed by a student for just $35. But even with a new name and logo, Nike was still a small company. They needed a breakthrough. In 1972, Nike got its big break. They sponsored athletes at the US Olympic trials, including Steve Prefontaine, a rising star in the running world. Prefontaine wasn't just an athlete, he was a rebel. He loved Nike shoes and wasn't afraid to say it. Here's the thing, Prefontaine didn't just wear Nike shoes. He believed in them. And that belief? It was contagious. Suddenly, everyone wanted a pair of Nikes. From there, Nike exploded. They signed Michael Jordan, launched the Just Do It campaign, and became a global powerhouse. But here's the crazy part, Phil never forgot where he came from. He used his success to give back, supporting charities and helping those in need. Because for Phil, it was never just about the shoes. It was about the dream. Today, Nike is worth billions. But at its core, it's still the same company that started with a dream and a waffle iron. It's a reminder that no matter where you start, no matter how impossible your dreams seem, you can achieve them if you're willing to work for it. Phil Knight's story isn't just about shoes. It's about believing in yourself, even when no one else does. It's about turning your biggest struggles into your greatest strengths. So, what's your dream? What's stopping you from going after it? Take it from Phil Knight, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is you. So, go out there and chase them. If this story inspired you, let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Because every great journey starts with a single step. And who knows? Your story could be the next one to tell. Thanks for watching, and remember, no matter where you are in life, no matter how tough things seem, you have the power to change your story. Keep dreaming, keep pushing, and keep believing. Until next time, take care.